Okay folks, welcome back for some Bitcoin analysis. We have Bitcoin on Binance, then some couple of momentum oscillators on Bitcoin, and once again guys, we'll take a look at Ethereum and its price action structure in the small time frames and the bigger time frames as well. But before we jump onto the TA guys, let's talk about three quite impactful tweets. They are plain blank simple statements right here. First one of them, do not marry your predictions. Next up, failures lead to progress, right? Sounds counterintuitive, but it's kind of true. It's simply kind of true, guys. When you let go of your expectations, you free yourself from attachment to specific results that are beyond your control, guys. So if you understand this, maybe you will understand your own frustration in the market when the market simply chops the hell out of you every single time you take a new position. So when you let go of the expectations and you simply treat your trades like, I don't know, something which any business owner would do, maybe you will cut yourself from specific expectations that is just out of your control, right? So with these three things in mind, let's talk about Bitcoin right here, guys. Now, this is not doing anything. Once again, Bitcoin is simply back into the chop zone, and all the benefit of doubt right here back again into $55,000 regions, guys. So once again, we kind of wigged onto these levels, but we did not break this floor, guys. All right, guys, Black Friday sale going on TradingView itself. So you're going to be getting everything for 50 to 60% discount. Bitcoin is still hovering on key levels, guys, which gives all the benefit to this range, and until we're bouncing from these levels, maybe a retest of $63,000 levels is going to be coming into fruition pretty soon, guys. I think I did not change this entire screen into 100% TA, hocus focus. All right, we're back into the screen. We're back into charts only charts, guys, only charts, nothing else, right? Now this is quite clearly visible on the daily time frame. If you talk about your moving average projections, guys, now if we resolve the squeeze, the small tiny squeeze to the upside, we're going to be retesting $63,000 at first, which is going to be a rejection, guys. This is something which I'm looking forward to. Maybe Bitcoin goes towards these levels and attempt a legit trend continuation to the upside, but at the first and the foremost pass, we will face some rejection, guys, because, well, what did we do right here? I mean, essentially Bitcoin first took out all the stop losses on these levels. Now it took out all the stop losses below this price point as well, guys. So this is one hell of a range bound situation, right? Kind of like market making under situation, guys. I mean, essentially you're not looking at a good trending behavior for Bitcoin or Ethereum or any altcoin. I mean, things are different for AVAX. Well, things are different for Sandbox as well, I guess. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, is still range bound, guys, which is why things are very, very choppy as a whole, as a bigger picture. Things are still range bound because you're looking at macro situations as well. We're looking at Elon Musk taking profits from his Tesla positions. We see Jeff Bezos selling his Amazon shares, guys, every single year. I do believe the number is close to $1 to $2 billion. So Jeff Bezos is kind of unloading his Amazon share trucks as well, guys. So every single day you're looking at profit taken happening by billionaires. I do expect this kind of behavior to replicate down into all the market participants slowly, gradually, as everybody realizes that maybe it's time to take profits on highly speculative assets, right? Highly speculative assets, something like Shiba Inu, guys. Well, that person who became a billionaire out of literally a couple of $1,000s in Shiba Inu investment did cash out as well. So doggy coins guys, somebody literally became a billionaire by holding doggy coins, right? And the person fucking cashed out as well. So that's kind of insane, man. That's kind of insane. Profits in $1 billion secured. So maybe the speculation bubble can take a little hit, and something which is there for sure is going to be picking up, guys, in the coming days. But that does not mean that Bitcoin will never come down onto these levels. Most likely BTC could come down all the way towards $53,000 levels and still attempt to hold on to this trend line, guys. And this one right here is your 111 moving average on the daily time frame itself, which is why I would be focusing a lot into this range if we come onto these levels, guys. Once again, if we come here, it's going to be a buying opportunity the first and first pass. The overall market landscape is very choppy, right? Which is why we don't have any good defined directional bias as of now, which is why this range, this buying zone, is not proving out to be that important. So with that said, guys, I think that's enough to talk about on Bitcoin right here. Volatility is still squeezing. I mean, we have still not seen that crazy expanse in the market, right? So we are yet to look at the big move, guys. The big move has not played out. Benefit of doubt to the trend right here because it's bullish, right? The bigger picture is simply bullish right here. So maybe the volatility expansion could simply happen to the upside. Things could certainly look choppy, which they are. Things are certainly choppy, guys, in the small to mid time frames, which is why Bitcoin could be spending a lot of time right here before it resolves itself, before going all the way towards $90,000 and $120,000 down the line, guys. I think with that said, we should be jumping into ETH right here. Tested this rejection point at $4,500 levels and got rejected once again. Yes, guys, I think Ethereum is exactly doing as expected. Ethereum is kind of spending some time right around these levels, taken its own time. I mean, market participants are yet to decide what direction to pick for good, which is why most likely this will spend maybe more time right here, guys. Until you're below $4,500 levels, this will maybe consolidate right here. So the thing is that if we lose $4,000, we could be having a quick retest of $3,500 levels, and we have had multiple contact points right here again and again and again. Quite literally 4 times Ethereum has held on to $4,000 levels, guys, which gives this entire range a huge benefit, right? In terms of the buying going on in the market, you can see that $4,000 has proven out to be a good buying range again and again. So this is something which we can expect once again. Even if we come back down all the way towards $3,500 levels, things are going to be completely fine, and we'll keep on rolling to the upside with that, guys. I don't think we do have a clear directional bias, guys. Another thing, if the market is not under your control, if the trend is not under your system and your control, you should just let it go. You should just let the trend decide itself. Although in the extreme small time frames where things can't be decided for sure, it's telling us that this could potentially be your higher low in context to this one right here. So if we do not take this one out in the, let's just say, guys, the next daily candle until the next 24-hour trading session, to be honest with you, if we are able to hold on to $4,200 levels for good, that is when this could be confirmed, guys. That is when this higher low could be confirmed, and then we could be talking about a further continuation move to the upside. I do believe if we talk about the bigger side of cup and handle resolution, you do have $6,500. I mean, this entire zone, guys, $6,500 to $7,000 levels is going to be a perfect target for Ethereum. With that said, guys, let's take a look at Sol, and then we'll jump into AVAX real quick, and then we'll wind up this video right here. Solana is bouncing as expected. Solana is still respecting this entire logarithmic regression line, and this one is still keeping up, guys. I mean, well, to be honest with you, this one has been the least choppy, guys, out of most of the crypto assets. Out of most of the major crypto assets, Solana has been performing nicely, guys. I mean, being at $220 levels, I mean, coming from $1 levels literally in the same year, you're still consolidating on $200 levels. This is pure freaking strength, guys. This is pure strength. I mean, Solana is strengthful in terms of fundamentals and technicals. So well, if everything stays like this, maybe this will keep on rolling to the upside, and every single time you'll come to the range low, the channel low right here, it's going to be a buying opportunity, right? I don't see anything bearish particularly happening for Solana. Every dip is a buying opportunity. Every dip is more or less a reset in all of the momentum oscillations, guys. As you can see, we do have crazy amount of hidden bullish divergence between this point and this point as well right here, guys. Well, which did kind of play out, which will constantly play out, guys. Most likely once we take out this grind to the upside, we'll simply roll all the way towards $300 for Solana itself, right? Now this is a good looking trend, guys. AVAX right here, AVAX. We are right here at the consolidation zone, guys. As expected, this one simply went all the way towards $150 levels, right? So what next? What happens next? If we talk about the bids and ask ratio, I think we should do this, guys. I think we see depth would be having this. So this one is rushing towards your bidding zones, guys. I mean, but still, the overall picture right here for AVAX is kind of confusing, to be honest with you. In these ranges, guys, look, I mean, essentially, if I were to be honestly basing my decision from the bid and ask ratio coming from coin market flow right here, this one is quite confusing, guys. This one is, to be honest with you, this one is quite confusing, right? Which is why the trend in the small time frames is quite shaky for AVAX as well, right? If you jump into the hourly time frames, you can see, guys, how whack-a-doodle this trend is like. I mean, this is just obliterating in terms of the volatility, but still kind of rolling to the upside overall, but at the cost of crazy volatile behavior in the price action itself, right? But still holding fine, guys. I do believe that we are kind of setting in another higher low as compared to all of these lows, guys, which was just recently formulated on the hourly time frame itself, which is why if AVAX is going to be holding on to these levels, let's just say if AVAX is holding $130 levels, most likely you'll be retesting 160 and 200 as well down the line. Pretty soon, guys, pretty soon. That could be happening, right? Although the bids and asks are kind of confusing, to be honest with you. This one is not giving me a lot of data. I was kind of expecting this one to resolve some things in my head as well. But essentially, guys, check this one out. What is the trend right here? Just forget about the price action. Just take a look at the bid and ask ratio. This one is declining, right? If I had the option to chart this one out, you can see that there's a trend line. So this is a downtrend on bid and ask ratio, guys, which is why the price action momentum is to the upside. So the overall trend on bid and ask ratio in context of the price action structure itself is supposed to be looking opposite, guys, which is why the trend is simply to the upside. I hope that made sense to you guys. I'm doing quite a bad job trying to explain this one to you, but essentially the bid and ask ratio, if the bid and ask ratio is in a downtrend, the price action is going to be in an uptrend, which is something which we are looking at as of now, guys. So until you are kind of changing this trend overall, the bigger picture will simply remain to be towards the upside, I guess, for AVAX itself, right? Alright guys, I hope this video was informational, but it was quite laggy on my end, to be honest with you. My brains are not functioning, guys. I'm quite exhausted for the day itself. But with that said, I'm going to be catching all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.